Hi everyone, I'm Tim Cash. This is the IMDb show. Joining me today is the multi-talented lady in red. Give it up for Jenna Dewan.
Thank you for having me.
What's up? So this is how you were feeling this morning? Just wake up, throw on the red gown.
Roll out, put on a red gown and come. Yeah, no, it's holidays, it's festive.
Very festive. Congrats on the brand new show soundtrack.
Thank you.
Talk to me about the use of music in this show and what makes this TV show so special.
Soundtrack is probably the most unique show I've ever been a part of. It's a drama about intersecting love stories within Los Angeles. But what got me was there's musical numbers. So we'd be in a great dramatic scene and then all of a sudden the lights go down and we do a musical performance in a way you haven't seen before. You have to see it. You know what I'm talking about. It's a very unexpected way in which it happens.
Stand by. Crashing.
Josh Safran, who created it, is amazing. And I said to Josh, I said, this is either gonna work or not work, and I am on board. I'm so excited about this. And I love it. I'm so proud of it.
Feeling that hairs on the back of your neck, adrenaline rush.
You are Jenna. Jenna plays Joanna.
Yes.
Joanna's a struggling dancer.
Yeah.
There was a great line very early on where she goes and says, dancing is the only place where she feels like herself and in the moment.
Yeah.
That's how Joanna feels. How does Jenna feel?
Yeah, very similar. I wonder if Josh actually heard me say that and put
he
that in
plagiarized
there. He
you?
might have. Yeah, he might have plagiarized me. Thanks, Josh. And I do feel that way, by the way, especially as a kid when you're going through a lot. I found dance to be something that was always there for me. I could channel, it grounded me. I always felt like I went somewhere else when I performed. I still feel that way.
Right.
And that feeling is really healing and was really good for me growing up.
It's my superpower.
What I loved about soundtrack is, especially for Joanna's character, it's a pretty real take, right? Very early on, we see that rejection after rejection after rejection, where it's almost like you're grabbing your bag before they've even said no.
When I met with Josh, he was so fascinated by my early days as a struggling dancer when I moved to LA and was auditioning nonstop, getting nothing. There's such inherent struggle in any art form, but really a lot in the dance world. And you're looking for 2 spots in a music video when there's 1,500 people there auditioning. It's just, it's wild. Like, it makes no sense. And it's crazy.
But then you still do it.
But you still do it because there's like, for every 20 no's, there's 1 yes, and you're just waiting for that yes. And so he really liked that and put that into the character.
There's a very funny scene about, you know, not the perfect jobs out there. What's the worst job you've ever taken?
I was hired for a Jane's Addiction party and I danced.
It's not so bad.
Wasn't so bad, but we were in these like tiny squares that were like up off the party and we, you know, total hazard pay, by the way. No mats, nothing. We just had to dance for hours upon hours on this little box. And I remember being like, this is a weird job. I've talked notoriously about dancing at the Walmart parking lot with Kelly Clarkson. It's
all bad until you bring out Kelly Clarkson's name and then it's all good.
She just won American Idol. It was awesome, but it was just like, we're in a Walmart dancing,
you did a Janet Jackson video, right?
I did, yeah, and her tour, and I worked with her for 2 years.
That's huge.
That was when everything changed. But prior to that, I was doing any bit dance job I could get. And then Janet came around and that really changed my career for the better.
This is everything that I've been working for.
Is there anything that you've learned as a dancer that helps you get into character as an actor?
Early on, I think I found my dance training was very helpful. I wouldn't even know I was doing it, but I would move differently for certain characters. I did this movie, called Tamara.
Oh, I saw it on your IMDb page.
Listen, I was very proud of this movie, and I still am. I still have lots of Tamara fans that come up to me. Tamara was a mousy, picked on, unattractive girl in high school.
Played by you.
Played by me. There's a prank that goes wrong. She dies, and she comes back to life hot and revengeful.
Played by you.
Played by me as well. And I go out to get revenge on all the people.
Didn't you learn the last time? You can't kill me.
I got the main role. I couldn't believe that it happened. And then I showed up on set. I didn't even know what a mark was. I didn't know anything. But what I found interesting and I learned on that role was because I played 2 different sides of the same character, I was doing different body language and movements for each side that inherently is just such a dancer thing to do. So I found that the movement element and being comfortable in my body, all of it played into acting.
How?
Do you really care, Hal? Aren't you just glad to see me?
Okay, so Jenna, what are you watching at home these days?
At the moment, Peaky Blinders.
That's your thing?
Yeah, I'm season 1 down.
For the fact.
For the fact.
Well, it's funny because I was watching Dark. and I loved it. The German show is amazing.
So tell everyone about Dark.
Dark is like Stranger Things-ish.
But German.
But German. I have a hard time explaining it because it took me about half the season to understand the show, but it was so good. There's really good character development. There's time traveling and all kinds of fun things.
Yeah.
I was very into it, but then I got pregnant. I was like, Dark's probably a little dark to be watching. So then I switched to Peaky Blinders, which makes no sense.
This kid's gonna come out with a
I know,
with a hat and
a little
three-piece
newsboy hat
suit,
on.
yeah.
We would love it. It's epic style. Be into it.
You do what you want.
My boyfriend's got me into wrestling, so I watched a lot of literally I've watched a lot of like SmackDown Live.
Day 6.
like WWE SmackDown?
Yeah, like WWE
Does
style.
Jenna Dewan have a favorite wrestler right now?
I like Becky Lynch.
I dig it. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Becky Lynch is the man.
Jenna, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Congrats on everything.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Thank you
and
so
all that
much.
jazz, of course. If you're looking for something totally new and different, you've got to check out Jenna in Soundtrack. It just started streaming on Netflix. Or if you're in the mood to see more of your favorite stars talking about their latest projects, you can go to imdb.com/show. But first, right here, as always, is your look at this week's newest previews. Here it is. It's the trailer.
Can anyone give me an example of a myth or a story they're afraid of?
All you have to do is invite me in.
I have to admit, I wasn't expecting an invitation back.
They're called orders, Maverick.
What? No hug?
I want you out.
You kicking me out?
Hey, you can go too.
Kicking me out?
Yes, John Hamm.
Hey, you're kicked out.
Out.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
We should,
All right.